Hello and welcome to this edition of DocTalk, where we're going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine, its safety and availability. And joining us today is Dr. Darrel Weaver, who is Vice President of Healthcare Network Services for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama.
Good morning,
Thank you
Sophie.
so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for asking me.
Right now, there's a lot of vaccine hesitancy. People are afraid to, get the vaccine. But talk about really the safety measures that have been taken with this new vaccine.
Glad to. As you do point out, there's a lot of hesitancy, and people are afraid that this vaccine was created so fast that it probably would have some problems or have some side effects that they wouldn't want to have. And that is actually not the case. Even though COVID has only been around for about a year now, this vaccine has been in the works for over 15 years. In the early 2000s, when the SARS and the MERS epidemic was here, at that point it was decided it would be great to have a vaccine against these kind of viruses. So some work was started then to create this new way of vaccinating people. So even though you think the fight has only been going on for a year, it's actually been going on for probably 15 or more years. So this vaccine has been developed quickly. Basically they just switched gears a year ago. They took existing technology and then converted it to use towards COVID. And the result has been a very safe vaccine and a very effective vaccine. The two that were out until a week or so ago are 95% effective after you get your first two doses.
And there are some side effects that come with the vaccine, possible temporary side effects. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Sure. The first shot is actually almost a non-event. As you talk to people who've had it, the injection itself is very pain-free. And then the most common side effect after the first dose has been a sore arm the next day. The second shot is causing more, I would say, problems, not really problems, but more effects. Most people have a much sorer arm the next day, and then it varies amongst the population, but you can have almost a feeling like I'm coming down with something. You have body aches, you can have a low-grade fever, you can have headaches. There's a variety of things that happen, but it's usually the next day, and it's usually gone by the end of that next day.
And that usually means that the vaccine is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Is that correct?
That is correct. The first time you get a shot, you're introducing a new, what we call an antigen into the body. The body recognizes, hey, this is something I need to create antibodies against. And over the ensuing next few weeks, it creates those antibodies. So now when you get your second shot, the body is ready for it. It sees this particle that shouldn't be there and then develops a much stronger response. That actually says your body has done what it's supposed to be doing.
And the availability in Alabama, it seems that the vaccine is becoming more available right now.
That is correct. When this was rolled out 2 months ago, we were getting, quote, our fair share from the federal government. They were distributing this vaccine based on your population percentage in the country. We were getting 50,000 more or less doses a week. And that has been ramped up, and I've heard last week we're going to be getting over 100,000 doses a week starting from now on. So yes, vaccines are much more available. There are lots of places that want to give this. There are pharmacies, there are drive-thrus, there are physician offices. There are many places you can get this vaccine.
And really the message, it seems, from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama and other leading health organizations is get the vaccine.
Absolutely. This has been a devastating illness to the world, not just Alabama or the United States, but to the world. And now we finally have this vaccine that can induce what you would call herd immunity. Most times you have to wait for enough people to get the disease in order to achieve herd immunity. Now with this vaccine, we can achieve it much more quickly. And because of that, we can get society back to normal much more quickly as well.
All right, that's great information to have. Thank you again for joining us. We truly appreciate it.
Thanks for asking me.
Now, if you would like more information on the COVID-19 vaccine, please go to alcovidvaccine.gov or call 855-566-5333. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next edition of DocTalk.